I spoke to a few firms at the Applear PS Plus conference, and one of the reasons that came out from a few firms around why they're not offshoring was that they feel guilty. They feel guilty that that would somebody that they'd pay $100,000 in the US, they'd pay 30,000 in India, for example. And they were like, I feel guilty. I feel guilty about paying such low wages. And if you are in that situation, there are three things I want to say to you. First, it's not an apples to apples comparison. While the wages that you pay offshore may be lower than the US, they're still a lot higher than the prevalent wages in that country. So if you compare the wages of an accountant in India who works for an Indian accounting firm versus an accountant that works for a US accounting firm, the person who works for the US almost definitely makes more money. A lot of firms said that, yeah, I get that, but still, I'm not sure how much the actual employee is getting paid. Because I know that I'm paying a lot to that agency, but are they paying the employee enough? That's a fair point. And my 2 cents here is that if you feel that, that's one of the benefits of going direct, where you have a direct and complete relationship with your offshore employee. You can still use consultants to help you with the advisory part, with on the ground support. You can still use a plan of record so you don't have to register your entity in that offshore destination. But your relationship with that employee is direct. What that means is that you control how much they get paid. So that way you know that if you're paying $100, they're getting $100. There's no one in the middle taking a big chunk of it. And the third thing is you don't have to pay them a lower wage than the US, right? It's up to you. If you feel paying somebody 100 grand in the US and paying somebody in India 30 is unethical, by all means, go ahead and pay them 100 grand. They're not going to complain. And here's what I want to leave you with. If this is the only reason that's stopping you from offshoring, I want you to educate yourself on what offshoring looks like. I want you to dig deeper into what are the reasons why you are resisting offshoring. Because I believe that this is not the primary reason that's holding you back from offshoring. It's something else. So my recommendation would be to dig deeper. Dig deeper and ask yourselves, what are the roadblocks for you for offshoring? Because feeling guilty for paying less, that can be addressed by just paying them more. So there's something more there. So dig deeper, educate yourselves, and hopefully you'll come to a conclusion.